Yeah, thank you. I still want us to dwell on this documentation issue because a lot of people do not know the difference between C of O, deed of assignment, deed of conveyance. It can be contradicting.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do get calls, people will ask me, I have this property that is selling with C of O, I have this one that is selling with deed of conveyance. Like, what's the difference? So I would like the audience to know what's the difference between this documentation and how it affects the pricing.
Okay.
Yeah.
One, if you have, in the process of purchasing a land,
Okay.
basically the CFO is rested on the government.
Right.
I haven't gotten the preliminary documents like the survey and the deed of conveyance, and you want to go ahead to get the CFO, the government gives you the CFO. But before then, the title documents are the survey. The survey consists of the beacon number.
Right.
It gives you the delineation, demography of the exact location of where the land is, so that it does not encumber into another person's land.
Right.
So that anytime you chart it, you know that this is exactly where my land is,
located.
no square meter out of it, and no square meter into it. And once that is done, it is usually done by surveyors, registered surveyors.
Right.
And they will give you the document, the beacon numbers are there, the registration number is also there, the surveyor's number is also there, and the stamp. So that makes it authentic. They give you that, and the deed also. They use the survey to prepare the deed, because the deed must contain the survey number.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, they must reference it, must contain the survey number, will have your name and the freehold that the seller is actually selling to you, the cost price of the land, your address, and your successors and titles and every other thing. And that is usually done by a registered lawyer as well. That's a lawyer who, a property lawyer, or a lawyer that's a family lawyer that you are used to. So having done that, if you want to proceed further, there are other, payments you make, like taxes, to register your deeds. You go to court, probably the nearest court, and get some of these things registered, and you pay a stamp duty as well before you can start processing your CFO. And having done all of these things, you can approach the Surveyor General's office, or the State Surveyor General's office, or the local Surveyor General's office, for this needs to be documented, so that just in case somebody is also interested in the land, or somebody is trying to defraud anybody, once they cross-check it or they reference it on their register, they will know that this land has already been taken. And moreover, once a land is registered properly and another person does chatting on it, it will be difficult for that person to register the same land.
It's a review.
Because it definitely is going to pop up that this land has already been registered, so you cannot go to such places. So it curbs fraud in land purchases. So it helps a lot to save you a lot of money.
It's a whole lot of process to get a CFO. Now I see the reason why so many persons, they go after properties that have already gotten the CFO title, because they don't want to go through these processes, right? It saves a whole lot of stress, time, money. And then when we tell you buy property that is with CFO and they give you the price, you're like, why is it selling this kind of price? But at least you can know that it's actually very stressful for you to get property that is with CFO. So let's talk more about genuine properties.
Okay, sorry, if I may come back. The reason why the CFO properties are more expensive is because since it was issued by government,
right?
And eventually, anybody that wants to buy knows that this is the final bus stop, as in this is the final document you need to have on that land. So
you see, for the IS
that's the IS title.
Right?
Yeah, that's the IS title for any land. So just in case in the future, you can actually use it to get an instrument, a facility from the bank. Because if you approach a bank and you want to get a loan, the only thing they ask for is real estate properties.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't ask you for your vehicle. They don't ask for anything. It's land. So land is real, real estate is real. So they ask you for title documents. They don't accept deed of conveyance or something. So it's the CFO, because they know it's bankable and it's something they can actually rely on. Right. So that is why the document CFO is more expensive. A property that has a CFO is more expensive than every other one. And just in case, peradventure, on the land you have, the government had need for it, probably for public use. Maybe they want to construct access road, they want to construct hospital, schools. I haven't looked at your title. They realize you have a CFO. Of course, it rests on the government to give a compensation.
Right.
Yes.
So you're not losing at all.
You are not losing at all. So,
Interesting.
but if it just deeds,
Yeah.
to
Sorry.
God be His glory.
Sorry is your name.
Yeah.
Wow. So I can say CFO is really, I mean, it's more of security.
Yeah, it's a security.
Yeah, when it comes to getting property with CFO. Okay, so let's talk about genuine properties. A whole lot of people, I don't know, I can't tell the statistics, but I know being in the real estate industry, a lot of people, they've been scammed, so to say, or they've had experience of buying property that are not genuine than the other ones that are genuine. So I want to know, how can one identify a property that is genuine? What are those things you need to look out for, either in terms of documentation, or there is anything as a developer you need to let them know that this is how to identify property that is genuine?
Okay. First thing first, to get a genuine property, it starts from the developer.
Right.
Although I know strongly that people also patronize communities.
Right.
You know, so for you to get a genuine property, you first of all authenticate the developer, even if it's, you know,
They are
to know if
credible.
they are credible.
Yeah, they have good
So
track record.
that is the first thing first. To know if the company is registered with the CSC, to know if they have an office, to also know if some of their documents have actually passed through due diligence.
Right.
So before you do that, and I keep advising people that anytime you want to make a purchase, always ensure that you also take your lawyer along. Let them see the document they have. Some people just tell you, the document will be coming out tomorrow. It's not so some people are also in a hurry.
They are in a hurry.
Because they say this is distress. If you don't pay today, somebody is paying tomorrow.
Does it have to do with trust?
Yeah, not just trust. Apart from having that trust,
Yeah.
you also you must definitely do your
need
due
to do your own
because basically
investigation.
most people want to trust the family members, or they see that a brand is already in the air, is very visible.
Or the realtor that is even
or the realtor is
presenting
credible.
the property.
A realtor probably has been selling for the person for a couple of years now.
But that's not wrong, you know.
No, it is.
Trusting your realtor.
Yeah, trust.
All right, our viewers, we've come to the end of today's episode, and we are so happy that we've been able to bring you more insights for you to know more about buying property at the verge of making your payments. And we can't wait to have you in our next episode. Please subscribe to our Firstlady Show. And for today, I am your host, the First Lady of Properties. Shania Item Dixon is my name.